So, good morning. We are from ECE of third year. So, first of all, we want to discuss today about is India ready for electrical vehicles. So, first we have to look for it having advantages and disadvantages. So, it can have no engine, so less pollution from that vehicle, and it have less in cost. It is friendly for every person in the India, and it having some more advantages like it can not produce the gases from it, and main problem is sound. The engines may produce some sounds, etc., and it is mostly eco-friendly for everyone. What is your opinion?
As far we are correct, it is very eco-friendly. It will not produce any harmful gases or sound. It reduces the sound pollution. In India, there are many companies that started producing the electrical vehicles like Tata company and Hero company, and now everyone are habituated to use electrical vehicles, and it is easy to adopt, and it is eco-friendly so that no one will have any harmful.
The government also introducing a scheme for the development of the electrical vehicles. It consumes electrical, so petrol and diesel. It will reduce the usage of petrol and diesel. More consumption of electric will be usage. Maybe in the year of 2030, the usage of the electrical vehicles may increase.
The power is more increased, the power is more consumed, and the pollution is very less, and the petrol and diesel are they are not used in electrical vehicles.
That's what India is increasingly preparing for the adoption of electrical vehicles, but there are many several factors to consider according to the electrical vehicles, like oil consumption. And oil consumption is reduces, but power consumption increases. It also increases the pollution environment.
Yes. Electronic vehicles also uses so many fuels. It does not use any fuel. It reduces the pollution, and also without any uses of emission of gas, it will affect the people health. And also, India also emerged so many electrical vehicles. Recently, there is charging stations for putting charging for the electrical vehicles. So we charges the time of stopping vehicles in any of the time of the road when we are traveling from one place to another place. So, come to the point, vehicles is so much advantage because some of the there is so there is less speed accuracy.
Yes, what you said is absolutely correct. Because of having some advantages like decreasing the accidents. The speed limit is limited. The limit of the speed cannot have proofs, ID proofs like nameplates, number plates, and some information for that policies may ask. It is eco-friendly for everyone. So, what is
As right now, everyone can have it. That means below 18 years also they can drive the electrical vehicles. They need not to have any license or any other process like ID cards, etc. And it is very easy to adopt for everyone. Some people may afraid of having vehicles with engine, etc. So that the electrical vehicles, which may help them very much.
Yeah, Vaipali, as you said, the sound may also decreases. It will gives to decrease the pollution.
There is no sound pollution and there is no air pollution also.
We conclude that India is ready for launching the electrical vehicles. As Hama said that the sound level. She said that there will be no used fuels. That means any petrol or any diesel is not used, and many electrical stations are so that everyone can keep the charging to bike in any situation. And as Vaibhavi said, there will be no sound pollution or no harmful gases for released. very much, and it is good for the nature and it is eco-friendly. As I said that there will be no sound pollution. They need not to have any license or any so that everyone can drive easily. As Navya said that low power consumption and low using of oil and budget friendly. Uh, Swati said that it consumes more power and it consumes less petrol and diesel. It helps them very much and they can save the money. As Rani said that many the production may increase by 2030 and now everyone are adopting of using electrical vehicles. Thank you.
So good morning everyone. We are from Team 1 and these are my co-teammates Narendra, Surya, Saikiran, Vamsi, Shekhar, Aditya and Ganesh. So we are discussing about is India is ready for electrical vehicles. What is your opinion on this, Vikramaditya?
Yes, as we said, no, the electrical vehicles are very lower cheaping cost. It means while compared to diesel or petrol vehicles, the electrical vehicles are very less while compared to that.
And it also useful for the environment because natural resources like petrol, diesel start reducing, and by using these vehicles we can prevent the.
Yes, I agree with you, Surya Prakash. As you said earlier, it doesn't cause any pollution, so it is eco-friendly. And while we consider advantages, we can consider disadvantages too. If we develop and produce more electrical vehicles, the electricity generated is high, so there is more power plants can be established to provide such
Yes,
usable electricity.
I agree with you, but while we using electric vehicles or petrol or diesel, any vehicles, we must depend directly or indirectly through natural resources. Uh, while we using petrol or diesel, they are also natural resources digging from the ground. Means what no? That and power plants means it is also while
Produces high heat to the environment.
not heat but water means that we studied in our past that how current generated means turbo windmill turbo generators that so, anything we must depends on natural resources only.
As Vamsi, I agree. Present generations are focused on the EV vehicles. So, eh, wherever for future generation the resources are very low, we will continue this petrol and diesel vehicles. So it must be avoided by the introducing the EV vehicles.
Yeah, as for the pros and cons, uh, we will consider pros first. Like for example, when you consider disabled person that they want to ride a vehicle, and the electric vehicle helps him to overcome his desire.
But while coming to disadvantages, electrical vehicle cannot travel more than means limited distance only.
Yeah.
It can only travel.
Yeah, I do agree.
But nowadays you travel more distance. But in India, it's established till now.
As what you said is correct. You're telling that for more distance, electrical vehicles not work. For example, nowadays so many people traveling small distance using vehicles instead of using electrical vehicle. So by this, we can reduce the pollution as well as petrol cost.
It's in the in cities, Bangalore and Delhi. These vehicles are very high in the cities because the pollution is very high on the cities. The e-vehicles are reduced the air pollution mainly. I think that's.
But while in case of high temperatures, the batteries which was placed in electrical vehicles are exploding. What is this case when it happens?
Yes, Vamsi, what you said absolutely correct. First, electricals are due to the pollution in Delhi, like some states. So our present BJP takes a charge, and we can move on it's like parts and electrical vehicles. BJP is take a charge in few years ago, and it can be take implemented in nowadays literally, but anyone of them not
take the electrical not take electrical vehicles because increasing of pollution like vehicles effectively. So all of the government should carry with the electrical vehicles to decrease the pollution, but we are not effective in the usage of electrical vehicles. Government give a policies in some states like for example Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai. They can set we increase the power stations in every area if you increase your electrical vehicles in every state, but we are not so much choose that.
Yes, Narendra, I am impressed with your falling price. Means current affairs. Well, I appreciate you, but any petrol or diesel vehicle or electrical vehicle, there are advantages as well as disadvantages also. But we will consider less number of disadvantages and more number of advantages. We the people wish that means want that only. So
we can obtain the opportunities from electrical vehicles for economic growth. It means the EV vehicles are manufacturing can create the jobs and stimulate the local economy.
Yeah, as for the economic growth, we know that India is getting more GDP. Like when our government is ready to produce an electrical vehicle, then they need to be established a charge stations too. Yeah.
Present generations were very focused on the electrical vehicles. So our government also implement more stations and innovative engineers to implement the best battery life vehicles, more distance travelings.
Yeah, just like the foreigners establishing their charge stations, you in American and foreign countries, their electrical vehicles travel up to 900 kilometers from comparing to India. So, except for that distance, electrical vehicles has more advantages than the petroleum vehicles, such as they do petrol costs, they do reduce pollution, and they do reduce noise.
And we can generate the electrical because it is a renewable source, so we can generate with no cost. So we are all use electrical vehicles. Then it gives very better performances like the pollution.
Yeah, electrical vehicles can also
Yeah.
drive on its own, right? Like when you compare it to the normal vehicles, when a person is on the phone and he is driving with a single hand, there are so many accidents that happen because of that. If we travel in an electrical vehicle, when we do automatical drive, and it operates automatically.
What about radiation? By using electrical wires, so much of radiation will occur.
What kind of radiation?
There is no such kind of radiations in electrical vehicles because electrical vehicles not give the so much of radiation.
Yeah.
So in we are the present generation, we can take the chance to implement the electrical vehicle using.
Yeah, as per the conclusion,
yes, boys, thank you for sparing your time on research on electrical vehicles. I would like to conclude our group discussion that India is ready for electrical vehicles to implement in our daily life. We need India need electrical vehicles
to be developed.
in many states of India. Pollution is increased, so it can cause global warming too. So India is ready to use electrical vehicles. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there are many factors